All right, well, another option for one of our end of the semester projects would be to take advantage of the cold and snowy weather and participate in a flat winter sport. A lot of flat winter sports will be easy for you to participate in and still make connections to the things we've learned in units 1, 2, and 3. And so let's start off by just reminding ourselves, what are some examples of some flat winter sports? Maybe you enjoy something like curling. Maybe you like to go cross-country skiing. Maybe you like hockey. Or maybe doing some ice skating at Elver Park would be the most fun for you. Now, one thing I think we should avoid, at least maybe for this project, is whatever this is. I don't know. Mr. Shrego might make us some type of course for that. But right now we're focusing on flat winter sports. Nothing with any type of launching or going off of any type of surface. Just flat winter sports. And so let's talk about what this project is going to entail. Well, you have two choices. You can select one flat winter sport, or you can do two moves for that single flat winter sport. So maybe you saw one of your favorite winter sports out there, or maybe there's one I didn't mention that you really enjoy. And you can do two moves, two unique moves, videotape yourself doing two unique moves for that one winter sport, or maybe you want to participate in two different unique sports. So first you're going to record yourself doing a little video related to the moves associated with that sport. Well, one way to make sure that this video is successful is to think about the physics. Think about the physics related to this video. And when you're thinking about the physics and making your plan for what you're going to be videotaping, you might have to pre-measure some things. Maybe you're going to have to pre-measure a distance. Maybe you're going to have to consider making V1 or V2 0 meters per second. Maybe you want to think about having something speed up or slow down. Now, V1 and V2 don't have to be 0. There can definitely be measurements along the way. It's just one of my recommendations to make at least one of these two moves maybe a little bit easier to attain. There are some things you're going to have to measure. You're going to have to measure distance, time, mass. You might have to find a kitchen scale or a bathroom scale and measure the mass of something. And then if you go onto Google, you can convert anything into kilograms from pounds. There are some things you're going to need to calculate. So you're doing these moves or you're participating in these two unique sports. And you're going to have to do some calculations about the motion related to there. Maybe you can tell us the force, the acceleration, the initial velocity, or the final velocity. So you'll have some things that you're going to want to calculate. So for this project, you've got videos of yourself doing these two unique moves or doing two different sports. And then you're going to have maybe some papers that you're going to take a picture of and put onto a Google slide. That will include some of your calculations we were just referencing, calculating for force, acceleration, V1 or V2. Now, when you're doing that math, you're going to be using Unit 1 stuff related to the 4 equations, and you're going to be using Unit 2 F equals ma stuff. Make sure you're always showing your work, showing your equations, and that your answers have units. I think it's going to be pretty tricky to do anything with constant velocity, and so I'm going to encourage you to focus on speeding up or slowing down examples that use the 4 equations. Now, another portion to this project is not only the math, but we would like you to make graphs of the motion, whether it be a set of graphs for each of your moves or a set of graphs for each of your sports. You will have 4 total graphs. Remember, we're talking about objects either speeding up or slowing down, and we're making xt and vt graphs for that motion. Final thing you're going to be doing is free body diagrams. Free body diagrams. For each of these moves or each of these sports, you'll draw a free body diagram. And remember, this is a flat winter sport. So because it is a flat winter sport, there will definitely be gravity and a normal force. And then applied force and frictional force will depend on the move that you're making. Now there's one thing that's most important for all of this. Safety first. If you are participating in a winter sport where you should be wearing a helmet, you better wear a helmet. You better also make sure that you've got the proper winter gear on. Hats, mittens, gloves, whatever it is, coats. Make sure you're wearing that proper gear. And then, as always, practice social distancing and wear a mask. Good luck. I hope this is really fun, and I can't wait to see what you come up with.